We've got everything. We've got manpower by now. Where are the resources to come from? A project that all of us had to work for very seriously, that by the time the building plans were ready, we had to generate enough money to pay for the thing. Again, my madman role came up. And I had begun to think of the organizations that could get us money. Rotary was one, of course, they would get us money, but within their own limitations. But this had to be of a permanent nature, of a continuing nature, and the organization to give that would have to be a large organization. From my own knowledge, I came to the conclusion that there was one organization which was extremely charitable, was very large, and had been supporting good causes, not of recent times, but for years and years they had been doing this excellent work. And that was the Tata Trusts, located in Bombay, as you know. And the Tata Trusts were likely to allow our project to be adopted by them as a meaningful project. Easy enough identification, but how do we approach them? Whom do we approach? We don't know who is the Tata Trust. The name of the organization we know nobody else from that score. One more proof that if your cause is good. I happened to go to Bombay and I found out from the telephone directory. In those days, there used to be telephone directories. From the telephone directory, I found out Tata Trusts, Bombay House, so-and-so street, so-and-so. And that happened to be the headquarters of the Tata Empire. And the Tata Trusts were located there. I had nothing to lose. I went to building and went inside and found the receptionist, a not too young Parsi lady who was sitting there, and she asked me, "Whom do you want to see?" And I said, "I want to see the Tata Trusts." She said, "I know Tata Trusts there in this building, but whom do you want to see?" I said, "I don't know." And I told her what I was looking for. I didn't go into details of the project, but the intentions I told her. And she put me on to a gentleman. Wonder of wonders, she put me on to the executive director of the Tata Trusts. Another Parsi gentleman whom happened to be free that day and agreed to see me. The meeting lasted an hour and a half. Two total strangers talking to each other. He had never heard of me, I had never heard of him. I knew their organization to be a liberal, helping, broad-minded organization, but there the association ended. He asked me, "Do you have the land?" And I said, "No, but we've been talking to government and we're likely to get some land because they've in principle agreed." And as it turned out, he was impressed with the cause. There's a story to that also, which I'll come to later on. He was impressed with the cause and he said, "Okay, you can go back to Bangalore and we'll see what we can do." Good intentions, no resources, no land, nothing. Registered Public Charitable Trust, Bangalore Hospice Trust. In a week's time, I get a letter from the Tata Trusts saying, "We are willing to give you 10 lakhs of rupees for your project." Anybody who tells me that good work will not get support is not in touch with reality. The Tata Trust's 10 lakhs meant not only 10 lakhs. To me personally and to my colleagues, it meant two things. One was the first big donation to us, a matter to rejoice for. But the second thing, which was more important, again, my old theory that if the cause is good and you're transparent, that nothing can stop you. So this was a literal certificate from the Tata Trusts saying that we see the merit in your project and we are willing to support your work. That was the meaning of the 10 lakhs and that 10 lakhs check came to us shortly thereafter. This is the first story of resources coming to us where we envisaged a project that was going to be meaningful. Big money came in later on also. The Rotary Club brought in one very large grant of 65 lakhs to pay for all the equipment in the building. The architect was on the job, the land was allotted, and they started doing the work.